Good News with Don and Cheryl.
I am the darker brother.
I, too, am America.
I want you to try out for the debate team.
You sure you want somebody like me?
No. That's why you're trying out.
Gentlemen and lady, debate is combat, but your weapons are words.
In a time of change, he taught them to find their strength.
Dad, I made the debate team.
Now, Tolson can be a bit of a rebel. It's extreme for my taste.
Debate is blood sport. You must destroy your opponent, not only verbally, but physically. I am here to help you to find and keep your righteous mind.
When our nation was in need, he inspired them to give us hope.
The time for justice is always right now.
She's good.
Everybody knows he's been running around stirring up trouble.
Get down.
One of them's liable to get hurt if you catch my drift. Mr. Tolson!
Since it's clear that you have no evidence, I suggest you let him go.
Are you threatening me, boy?
I wouldn't do that, but I cannot speak for those people outside.
Let him go! Let him go! Let him go!
This game.
Looks like somebody opened it already.
Not me.
Dear Mr. Tolson, I wish to extend an invitation to debate Harvard Crimson.
We'll be one of the first Negro colleges in America to ever debate a white college. If we defeat them, we defeat the best.
What's the matter? You afraid? When you read the script, what'd you think about it?
To me, it was almost like a sports movie.
This debate is stirring up a lot of excitement. It's going to be broadcast all over America.
You know, it's like Rudy or anything else. The little guy going up against Notre Dame with the big monster. So everybody roots for that.
Bringing to you live tonight's history-making debate.
Well, as I watch this, and Tolson is literally mentoring these kids to be better people.
My message to you is to never quit.
Who mentored you?
It's like directing. You know, you work with so many different directors, and then one day you decide to direct, and you realize what they said. Now it's starting. Now that you have something to apply it to, it clicks in. So there are different people in your lives that say things, and those things that you never forget.
Anybody know who Willie Lynch was? Anybody? Raise your hand. He was a vicious slave owner in the West Indies. The slave masters in the colony of Virginia were having trouble controlling their slaves, so they sent for Mr. Lynch to teach them his methods. Keep the slave physically strong, but psychologically weak and dependent on the slave master. Keep the body, take the mind. I and every other professor on this campus are here to help you to find, take back, and keep your righteous mind. One guy, when I was growing up in the club, who said to me, he was like one of the counselors, he said, you know, Denzel, with your smarts, you can do anything you want in life, you know. And I remember walking out of the club like, yeah.
A hungry Negro steals a chicken, he goes to jail. A rich businessman steals bonds, he goes to Congress. I think that's wrong. Now, if that makes me a radical, a socialist, a communist, so be it.
On that.
Jesus was a radical.
Careful.
Yes, he was.
Careful.
Jesus was a radical.
Mental institutions are filled with people who have confused themselves with Jesus Christ.
I'm not confused.
Oh, you convinced you're Jesus Christ now? You convinced you're Jesus Christ? You know what words do.
Okay.
Come on now.
Amen.
Don't want to confuse yourself with Jesus Christ.
I'm not confused. I'm convinced.
Right. I'm not judging you. I'm just concerned.
So this was a little bit of a tribute, though, to your grandfather, wasn't it?
My grandfather was a Southern Baptist preacher, and the town that we were born in is only 15 minutes from this town. In fact, my grandfather graduated in Marshall from Bishop College in the same town. So for me, it was a chance to be able to reconnect with all of that. In fact, I went to my other grandfather's preacher, Reverend King, to get his help on figuring out how to say the sermon at the beginning and how I would speak and how I would behave, and he coached me through all of that.
I remember you a couple of years ago, and you disappeared. What happened?
I come and go whenever it suits me.
Suspensions?
Leaves of absence.
Why'd you come back?
School's the only place you can read all day. It's that prison.
I want you to come by my house tonight, 7:30, corner of Junior Campus.
Why would I do that?
Holding tryouts for the debate team.
You sure you want somebody like me?
No. That's why you're trying out.
Now, I hear somebody went to debate school.
Yeah, we did.
That's true. What was that like?
Oh, it was fantastic. I think we had a great time. First of all, it was during our first 2 weeks of research, and basically we bonded as a team, as almost like a family. We did parliamentary and impromptu debate, which are two very different styles. Impromptu is more like you got to be in a triangle, and you have to have the hand gestures and the format, where parliamentary is a little bit looser, but it's more similar to what we did in the movie.
Yeah.
In the movie, we actually did Lincoln Douglas. But at debate camp, we learned how to research. We learned how to basically convey our topics, be passionate about it.
And I hear you won, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we won.